Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and welcome to NerdTube. We are doing a fan film reaction of A Treasure for the Ages. I'm with cousin Cheeto. How you doing?
Doing good. I can't wait to see this Voyager era fan film. I don't even know if it's actually Voyager. I think I just saw Intrepid class vessel. That's it.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. We also have boss man known as Sawbones today. How you doing, mate?
I'm alright.
And Shredder lives on.
Thanks for having me. This is the first time I've joined you for one of these Star Trek fan films. So, is this from our buddies at No Budget Productions, or is this from somebody else?
I believe it's somebody else.
Yeah.
But we will get. I promise you that we will do a fan reaction to No Budget sometime in the future. But these guys, I'm not sure who they are, but they've got like a 20 or so, up to 20 minutes. Oh, sorry, 17 minutes 40-second fan film, and I'm totally oblivious to what it is about. I can't wait to get going.
This
So
this fan film is brought to you by Starship Intrepid.
wonderful. So when you're ready, Geo, let's just get the ball rolling.
Star Trek and all related remarks, logos, and characters are solely owned by CBS Studios Incorporated. This promotion is not endorsed by, sponsored, or Norban.
Any sound there, mate? I can't hear Jack.
I can hear it a little bit.
We all have demons. Moments
Okay,
that shape who and what we become.
Is that from the Voyager
Edmund's
television
world
show?
was one of mine.
No.
Planetary Flying Dutchman. At first, it was just a mystery I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Oh, these are the guys from Dundee.
Later, it became a
You know these guys?
I've heard of these guys, yeah. I've seen a couple of their movies.
An obsession.
Okay.
A wise one.
So Scotsman's in space.
Mm.
But I'm neither.
Are
One way or another.
is that one of the guys from Squadron?
Maybe.
I don't know if Squadron was one of theirs. I'm not sure.
It
But I
was
s-
time
They
for
were-
a particular
I
demon.
thought that guy was in
Republic.
the Squadron movie. Ooh.
It's a nice looking ship. Ooh, anomaly. No, space planet. Space planet. Forgive me.
Nobody in red, so nobody's gonna die.
Mark it. We need to be
Oh.
back in 5 hours.
Sooner if possible. The longer we stay, the harder it'll be for Intrepid to lock onto us.
Oh, by all means, let's not dawdle. I'd rather this wasn't a permanent assignment.
The energy field's creating a lot of sensory blind spots,
Same as last time.
but I am getting some
Yeah,
unusual
but
readings.
Scottish trill, I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Simply phasing in and out. A cloaking
So
field?
everyone's from
I don't
Space
think so.
Scotland.
It's similar to what we
Yeah,
said
this-
in the
that,
barriers between dimensions breakdown.
Their whole thing is this is set after Insurrection.
Possibly.
Can
Okay.
you pinpoint the source?
But
That'll
it
be.
seems more like
Let's check it
more not as modern Trek because they're using the old.
Tricorders.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas the
It was
old
different this
one,
time.
like
The
the
guy in
Causing
red,
feeling
he
something was
seems
waiting.
familiar. I've seen him
But it
before
wanted
somewhere.
to be found. It wasn't rational. But then demons really are.
Demons really are. Now keep in mind, in this time frame, yellow shirts are technically red shirts. So, cause...
This world is property of the Carpenter Consortium.
Oh.
Leave now or be destroyed.
Carpenter Consortium.
Sound like
If you want anything to
like
sound
cool.
menacing, call it a
This is not a
consortium.
defensible position. Go.
Every time I've been down with you, I get shot at.
Not every time.
Oh, it's every time.
What about Horatius?
Oh, that one's a bit hazy. Someone hit me in the head with a rock.
This world is property of the Carpenter Consortium. Leave now or be destroyed.
Are you crazy?
It's just a light show.
Still early.
This
he's smart, isn't he?
This world is property of the
What the?
Carpenter Consortium. Leave now or be destroyed.
The Carpenter Consortium, I presume.
Who are you?
Miranda Carpenter. And you?
Running thin on patience.
What's this?
Tricorder.
It's an
Sort of.
atomic
Unusual,
screwdriver.
isn't it?
Oh,
Acquired
it's a
it from
sonic
the doctor
screwdriver
and
from
it-
Sonic screwdriver, yeah, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, possession's 9/10 of the law.
No, it's not.
Is this a crossover?
What
Oh, I
is it
hope
you
not.
do, Miss Carpenter?
I think it
Many
is.
things. Prospecting, trading, theft. I
Please say
resent
that she's not going to be the next Doctor Who. So like this.
I
God.
think
We've had
it
some Scottish Doctor Who's.
is. Man, I wish Adam was here.
Some of us
Scottish
have to
Doctor
work
Who's.
for a living.
She's dressed like Doctor Who to a degree.
Job.
I have a right to protect my claims.
You've no claims here. This planet's quarantined by order of Starfleet.
Do I look like I take orders from Starfleet? This planet wasn't even here until a few days ago. You're not the only ones who like to explore.
How'd you get here?
I have a ship. I landed it.
No one could get a ship.
She's
from the
sarcastic
distortion
like
field.
Doctor Who.
No one from Starfleet, anyway.
We're wasting time.
Oh, what's wrong? Don't like it when the little people know something you don't.
Trust me, I'm used to people knowing things I don't.
Lots of things. He's used to being little too.
Hey, we know where we're heading. Take point. Jansen,
Aye, sir.
keep an eye on our guest.
Could you at least loosen these a little?
No.
Is everyone who wears that outfit a pig-headed ass? Right, never mind.
This is a little bit wacky.
Hmm.
I don't mind it.
I guess I should have explained.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Mysteries have a way of drawing people in.
I'm not saying wacky is bad.
We weren't the first, or apparently, even the last.
How did you get through the distortion field?
I don't have to tell you anything.
You threatened my crew.
I was just trying to scare you off. I mean, I didn't even know who you were.
Why? You're looking for the treasure.
What treasure?
Why the treasure?
Oh, you're a terrible liar.
No, I am not. I know why
You're not looking for my Lucky Charms.
solve the mystery.
That's Irish.
Oh,
mate.
that's a different country.
I know.
So don't get me
But they're talking
wrong.
about treasure.
Very nice and all.
Jesus
but
You
Christ.
could have just
Well,
done Scrooge McDuck. Sorry, Trevor.
Some
Yeah.
of us have to choose feeding our stomachs over feeding
Yeah,
our
be
minds.
good. No, that's not. That's not.
Dude, that must be a
Maybe
really
it's
powerful, like, clippy.
Oh, he's gonna release her.
God. Yeah, that's really smart. Well, at least the alien person, you don't know how they get through a massive distortion field.
They just haven't given her back her transwarp screwdriver yet.
Yep.
I'm watching Shred down there cringe.
Yeah, it's like they're going through like different forests in Scotland apparently.
Can't believe it's not raining or snowing.
Like must be like the 2 days in the year that it's not doing that in Dundee.
Yeah.
Sorry, so you did this for all the shit you just gave me over the plane getting me with.
As far as
What
the
the hell
travel
was
is
that?
concerned,
Well,
there's
that's
nothing
actually that's pretty
physical
decent
there,
effects actually.
but it's definitely the source of readings. 2 to 3 hours to isolate the frequency, another 20 minutes at least to disrupt it. You have to be out of here before that, or we'll miss our transport window.
Well, I'm always happy to take passengers for a suitable fee, but I don't think I'm going anywhere you'd want.
Destinations can change, fee notwithstanding.
You see, this is the problem about living with your head in the clouds. You miss what's going on right under your nose.
Why don't you lay it out first then?
All right. I've never seen uniforms like those before, or communicators like that, and I know it's been a while, but the last time I crossed paths with your lot, this was standard issue.
Something else you acquired?
Time travel?
It's possible.
This planet could live outside the normal
This is
flow of
Doctor
time,
Who.
in its own pocket universe,
Yeah.
perhaps. Like a fly in amber.
Or maybe we're the fly.
Cade, can you automate the scan process? Good. Do it. Then I want the 3 of you to head back to the beam-in site.
What about you?
I'll hitch a lift with Miss Carpenter.
Oh, will you now?
Or I could just declare you unfit for duty, shoot you, and drag your ass out of here.
But you won't, because you know why this matters to me.
My big question is, why is the captain leading the away team?
You sure you can trust her?
That's what they do in Star Trek.
You're an idiot.
Yeah,
Oh, they're hugging
miss
now.
you too. Francis was right. I was an idiot. But this was my obsession. I always knew there'd be a price to pay, and it was mine alone.
Make the captain alone with the Whovian.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
Pizza?
Cold.
Well, yes.
Well, maybe you Starfleet types aren't all bad. Got something to wash it down with?
So it's a lunchbox with cold pizza rather than rations.
I thought he was able to replicate it on the go, like a mini replicator. Oh
No.
look, he's got a whiskey flask because he's Scottish, of course.
Romulan ale. You know that stuff's
Oh.
illegal.
Not where I come from.
I've never heard
Or
Glenn
disc
Fidget
banana.
call us Robbie Ale before.
Well, some things transcend.
You've never heard of Romulan ale before?
No,
Even
Glenn
the really
Fidget,
good
I've
stuff.
never heard it called that before.
No, Glenfiddich's
So-
the name of a whiskey.
Why are you here?
Back here. I only survived the first time because someone else didn't. I promised her. I promised myself, really. I'd figure this place out. I owe her.
Ah, so this is a guilt thing.
What's your excuse?
Plucky underdog, not good enough. My mother hauled cargo for a living. I grew up on her ship.
Not much of a childhood.
Oh, I loved it. But she wanted more for me. Guess we both let someone down.
Program complete.
It's an antimatter screwdriver.
He's gonna leave his bag behind.
Yeah, but apparently so.
Why? They have the tachyon screwdriver. Why do they
Yeah,
need
of
anything
course.
else?
What the hell?
Now we're in a red brick building somewhere in Dundee, probably. A little bit of a jarring change, I think.
Well,
Look at.
The
I'm
bus
I'm
is
waiting
not
for
what I
the.
expected.
Uh oh.
You got older. How are you? Alive? Magic.
There's no such thing.
Any sufficiently advanced technology.
That shirt
Yeah,
does not
yes,
fit
sir.
her.
You know the
Mhm.
story.
Is it? Maybe it's supposed to be that way because she said you got older. If she's been trapped there, maybe that's all she has to wear.
Is this your dead friend?
Well, it's an older uniform, so
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
I would
But-
surmise she's been trapped there for like 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
You made captain. As these standards continue to plummet.
Only reason I'm still in uniform.
Oh, heaven's sake.
Books. Just books.
Miss Carpenter's a treasure hunter.
I know who she is. You don't like books.
Well, I like them fine. It's just not what I was looking for.
Treasures really are.
This isn't really a library, is it?
Not exactly. It's how your mind perceives it. But so much more.
And what about you?
Not exactly what I'm here to
Information's the
do.
treasure.
Are you?
Pick a book.
Any book.
So this is going to be a magic trick, isn't it?
It'll be Thomas the
That's
Tank
awesome.
Engine.
Good choice. Now, open it.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Oh, they'll be filming this on the Discovery.
Some sort of simulation? A holiday?
Oh, nice.
It's not a simulation.
This is real.
LSD.
Time travel. Of course. But what about...
He can't see us. No one can. We're outside their frame of reality. Just enough to come and go.
Without interfering?
That's always a trick, isn't it? All of history, past and future at your fingertips. Imagine we could do with that knowledge. Might not be everyone's idea of treasure, but to me, there's nothing greater.
Or more tempting?
Suppose you could tell Scott what awaits him. You think he'd still go?
Of course. He was an explorer.
Exactly.
Of course.
And so am I.
It's feeling a bit red dwarfish.
Thank you. For then and now.
So, what do you want to see next?
Me? The universe has enough explorers.
The universe never has enough explorers. Or libraries, for that matter.
You said your mother wanted more for you. Maybe this is it?
Okay. For a while, anyway.
In the end, that's what any of us get. Talking of which, this is my frontier. I think it's time I sent you back to yours.
Will I see you again?
You already have.
Captain,
What happened to you?
Found what I was looking for.
the treasure?
One for the ages. Time to go home.
Intrepid. Forward to transport.
So, we can just see what happens, but we can't change anything.
Not entirely. We can't interact with people, at least not directly. But the environment. You ever lose something, look everywhere for it, and then find it back in the first place you looked?
All the time.
Welcome to the library.
Library. Any post credit there, my son?
Doesn't look like it.
No.
All right, let's just start talking about this. I want to quickly start off by saying that it started off pretty well, but then we got Doctor Who involved. I believe she was Doctor Who, or she was. It felt like Doctor Who. We never really knew who she was, and then we ended up ended up going on a little walk. Her and the captain ended up in some some Scottish library with
Q Continuum type thing. I don't.
Well, only half the fucking shelves were filled with books, and then all of a sudden they ended up being like watchers from fucking Marvel, the Marvel universe, where they can watch but don't interfere, you know what I mean, or don't intervene and stuff like that. Yeah, that was a bit weird. I mean, once the laser fights were happening at the beginning, I thought, yeah, this is going to be pretty cool, and then it became a bit melodramatic, and my interest was waning a little bit here and there, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. This was okay at best. I'll give my rating a little bit later. What do you think, Cousin Cheeto?
I think I agree. It started off pretty well, and then it fell off. I'm not a Doctor Who fan, so it's not that Doctor Who ruined this. It's not that Doctor Who ruined this thing, but at the same time, it went nowhere. I mean, if this was supposed to be a Doctor Who crossover, I mean, you know, she could have used a little bit more of her transmugenic screwdriver. So I mean, I don't know. It felt well paced in the beginning and then kind of fell off the end. It's cool that they did the little ship thing. I'm sure that they had to like rent the ship for the day in order to film there. So I mean, I'll acknowledge the sets were really nice. And the acting wasn't bad either. I mean, except for the young blonde lady, she had a few moments I was like, eh. But the rest of the cast was actually pretty good, I thought, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, anomaly planet with anomaly things with anomaly portals. It was kind of meh. Good boss man.
I don't think it was up to him. I think that just that the solid Sue's driver is just one of those equipment things that they had on hand at the time to make this person different. I think. Um, but yeah, I agree with you two that like it started off strong with like this weird voice telling them to stand away, and then like they got around and they took this lady prisoner. They didn't really do anything like they could have really made for like maybe like a villain or something like that, or maybe just like some sort of alien race, which I would have been forward to. But then, like, as soon as they went into the library, I'm like, is that it? Really? Does the treasure is books? The treasure is knowledge. I mean, they have done that in Star Trek before, but usually, like, they have it that like Ferengi or something like that searching for it, and people who just don't take no for an answer. And I think it would have been a much better story if something of that race was involved, but. So yeah, I agree with you too. Sorry, I wish I liked this more. I really do because the special effects and everything like that and the acting seem to be top notch. The camera works pretty good and stuff like that. I just wish I liked it more.
Shred, our resident Scott.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen a couple of fan films from these guys before. This is one I'm presuming there's one I would have to see in order to actually get the storyline about this person being missing, or I don't know, maybe this was just something slapped together. It did have potential, as I did say at the start. It looked rather competently made, very, very well made. The acting was good. There was a couple of wooden moments here and there, but you can let that slide because the rest of it looked so well put together. But the fact is, it did fall apart really. Ultimately, the character that showed up, she was, well, let's be blunt, she was dressed like the Doctor, the trench coat, the sonic screwdriver. You immediately thought, oh, this is Doctor Who. But my guess is that she's not supposed to be. I agree with Bossman that this would have made more sense if this was somebody from a race like the Ferengi, a race that are typically greedy treasure hunters, or if you had somebody who was meant to be, say, like the character Vosh from TNG.
Harry Mudd.
Again, yeah, or Harry Mudd. Well, that's a bit too early for this timeline, Zam. But yeah, again, but somebody again like Vosh from TNG, somebody who is a greedy prospector, or is from a race of greedy prospectors or treasure hunters. That would have made a bit more sense, where they're ultimately disappointed, but then embrace the fact that the treasure is knowledge. But again, that second half, pretty much the whole second half kind of fell apart. But otherwise, I would say this was relatively well made, and maybe if we watch a few other things from these guys, we'll find something a bit more enjoyable.
I agree. So, what rating would you like to give it, Shredder, out of 10?
Out of 10, I would give this probably a 5, maybe a 6. Again, because it was well put together. I didn't completely hate this, but at the same time, I didn't love it. This was not something I would sit and enjoy, or I would recommend to other people.
Bossman?
I'd give it a 5 just because the production values were well made. The special effects with whatever budget they're working on were well made. It's just the story let it down, so I have to go with a 5. Sorry, guys.
Gio.
I'm gonna have to agree with these guys. Probably like a 5 or 6 out of 10. As they said, it was the visuals are good. The acting was okay, but in the second half, it just kind of fell off the rails.
And I will also be giving it a 5. Costumes were great, acting was decent location. Very Star Trekky, fan filmy in the sense of just doing it in the woods and stuff. I'm totally fine with that. But my God, it just fell apart. I also just want to quickly add that it's really heartening to see, all these different people from all over the world embracing things like Star Wars, Star Trek. We've seen a Star Wars fan film done by Australians. We've seen a Star Trek fan film done by people from the Czech Republic. Now we've seen a Star Trek fan film made by people from Scotland. It's fantastic, and long may this trend continue, and we can come across other nationalities making these fan films.
Those Scottish bastards.
Not bad, not bad. So okay, great. So before we wrap this up, fellas, anything more to say?
Mm-mm.
No, just hopefully if we maybe go through and find one or two other things that these guys have done, we might find something a little bit more enjoyable. But
Yeah, I agree.
this was maybe a good start, but hopefully things will get better.
I agree, and I'll be letting these guys know that we've made a review of their fan film once we release this online. So thank you very much, everyone, and that's including you, Gito, Bossman, and Shredder. Thank you to you all, and don't forget to only to subscribe to No Budget Productions, but also to NerdTube. We are the greatest YouTube channel you've never heard of. Bye bye.